You need to watch this video if you are a beginner level reader looking for some great romance read recommendations. Hey guys, I'm Sankalpita and you're watching Book Geeks India, which is a channel where I make book related videos. Like I promised in the last video, I am back again with another video for all of you guys, and this one is about beginners. So beginners, get up your seatbelts, grab your coffee because you are going to have an excellent ride. So in this video, I'm gonna bring to you my top 16 picks for romance books for beginners, and I've tried to include a lot of Indian authors in this list. Now the reasons are two. Number one, because there are a lot of Indian authors who I think write very well and whose works don't get the popularity and the credibility that they deserve. Number two is that because of these Indian books which have Indian characters, Indian stories, Indian settings, it's very easy for a beginner level reader who's also an Indian to associate with it, to read it, and it becomes an effortless read. Now, I've read all the 16 books that I'm going to talk to you about, and most of these books, I think 90% of them, have been reviewed on my blog by me. So I will put the links down below and you guys can go and have a look. Now, before I begin this video, let me say a huge thank you, a huge shout out to author Ekta Renu Chandana, who is the sponsor of this video. Author Ekta Renu Chandana is the author of the best-selling Amazon read called Invisible Girlfriend, a book that gained a lot of popularity on Amazon for a very long time. And now she's back again with her second book, which is this one, You Don't Love Me the Way I Love You. Now, this book tells you the story of this young college girl called Shreya. Shreya, who embarks on the journey of love, a journey that is fraught with struggles and challenges, with pains and thorns. Now, Shreya goes to a college, and this college has this college heartthrob, a young, dashing man who wants to woo Shreya. But Shreya, unluckily for him, Shreya is not into relationships, is not even into dating. But when Arav, the college heartthrob, tries to woo her, she eventually gives in. Shreya eventually does fall for Arav, and she falls hard and fast. Very soon, Shreya realizes that she is truly, madly, deeply, and irrevocably in love with Arav. But all is not as rosy as Shreya had expected her life to be. First of all, there is her best friend Meera, who thinks that Arav is not being completely honest in their relationship. Meera wants Shreya to break up with Arav because she has her own reasons to say that. But is Arav really the bad guy? Is Meera right in her judgment of Arav? Who should Shreya listen to? All this is the premise of the book, and you will get to know more about it once you check out the book. And I've also done a detailed review of this book on my blog, so I will put the link down below. Go and have a look, and I will also put an Amazon link so you can go and buy the book from there. So once again, a huge thank you to author Ekta Renu Chandana, the sponsor of this video. Thank you so much, Ekta, for bringing this video to our users. And now coming to the part that you all have been eagerly waiting for. So here are my top 16 books for romance recommendations when it comes to beginners. Book number one is You Are the Best Wife by Ajay K. Pandey. Now, this is one book that I always recommend to beginner level readers, and there is a special reason why I do that. Now, this book is the story of Bhavna and Ajay, two different people coming from two different backgrounds with two contrasting and different personalities, and yet they fall in love and eventually get married. Now, as is expected from a typical marriage, there are challenges along the way, but they kind of overcome that and they start to live their happily ever after. But their happily ever after is soon gone. Why? Because Bhavna dies all of a sudden and Ajay is heartbroken as is expected. Now, what makes this book special is that it is the true story of this author Ajay K. Pandey, and he has written it so emotionally. He's filled this entire book with so much emotions, and it's a book that kind of brings tears to your eyes, and that's the reason it is so special to me as a reader. I loved reading this book and I got so emotional while reading this book. So number one on the list is Ajay K. Pandey's You Are the Best Wife. Book number two in the list is this one, When Love Finds You by Yashodhara Lal. Now, Yashodhara Lal is an author I've read a lot of works of, and I've always enjoyed her writing. She writes very easy, effortless reads. Now, this one tells us the story of Natasha. Natasha, who's a very tough woman, a taskmaster, if you will. But when for reasons unknown, the appointment that she was waiting for is actually given to another guy who eventually becomes her boss. Natasha is disappointed and she doesn't know what to do. This guy who has become her boss is very, very crazy and he drives her mad. But there is also a different kind of spark between the two, so she doesn't know what to expect. As if that's not enough, there is another guy, a very charming kind of guy, but one who comes with a baggage. So Natasha is kind of torn between these two. Now this book is the perfect combination of chick lit and romance, and it has that take on corporate drama that I so love. Very relatable characters, relatable story, and I'm sure that you guys are gonna enjoy it. Book number 3 is Preeti Shenoy's It's All in the Planet. Now this book tells us the story of two couples, four people. Trisha, who's this hot model who's dating this techie guy called Aniket. Now there are many things that Trisha wants to change in Aniket. Number 1 is his boring habits. Now Trisha is always bored by whatever Aniket does. Number 2 is his protruding beer belly, which Trisha so doesn't like. Now on the other hand, we have this woman called Nidhi, who's a 32-year-old corporate professional who has just given up her entire corporate career. Why? Because she wants to follow her passion and do things that she has always wanted to do. For example, number 1 is writing. She loves to write and she wants to explore more of writing. Number 2, she wants to do a clay modeling class, which she eventually also does. Nidhi is engaged to Manoj, who doesn't get Nidhi's choices. He kind of demeans her every time and belittles every single thing that she does. Now, how the story of these four people intertwine and how magic happens is for you to know when you read this book. Now, what I like in this book is that it is romantic, definitely I'll give you that, but the story is told with respect to the horoscopes of these characters. The horoscopes, like the title says, it's all in the planet. They play a huge part in narrating the tale for you, and that's a very quirky addition which I so loved. Book number 4 is The Upside of Falling by Alex Light. Now, this is a book that I just finished reading last month and I enjoyed it. It was such a comfortable, cozy, feel good read that I loved it. This book is the story of this girl called Becca who's 17 years of age, and Becca is a nerd who doesn't date. Why? Because ever since her parents' divorce, Becca has lost interest in love. She doesn't believe in the concept of love. When her bestie one day pesters her for the boyfriend information, Becca actually rambles something about dating a mysterious secret guy. There is this guy called Brett who's gorgeous, handsome, and one of the most popular guys in the whole high school. Now, Brett overhears this conversation and decides to jump in and declare himself as this mysterious guy in Becca's life. This book explores the fake dating trope, how these couples come together and they start acting like a real couple, but it's not so easy. It's a very comfortable read, a very easy read. It just flies through, and it doesn't have any of that high school toxicity which can be seen in a lot of movies and novels these days. So devoid of all that, it's a very feel good read. Book number 5, which is the next book, is this one, Love by the Way by Bhavna Arora. This is the story of these two girls, Zara and Rihanna. Both Zara and Rihanna carry deep scars from their past, and they both have these contrasting personalities. While Rihanna is a free bird who loves to experience and experiment, Zara, on the other hand, is a caged one. But this cage that she lives in is actually self-made. This is a book that offers much more than a plain Jane romance. It has much more to it. It is a book about the kind of love that transcends physical desires, and yeah, you would definitely enjoy reading this one. The next book that I have for you guys is The One You Cannot Have by Preeti Shenoy. Again, this is book number 2 by Preeti Shenoy, which is on this list. So this is the story of, again, four people, two of whom are couples, like sort of couples. Now, Aman and Shruti were college sweethearts, almost destined to be married. But somehow, Aman receives the shock of his life when Shruti all of a sudden breaks up with him, citing her mother's terminal illness as the reason for her breaking up. Now, Aman, in order to forget Shruti, moves abroad, and Shruti meanwhile marries. Now, it's been 2 years since that. Shruti is actually married to this guy called Rishabh, but she's not happy with Rishabh. She longs for Aman. On the other hand, now it's been 2 years. Aman is also coming back to India, and he has this girl Anjali who is truly, madly, deeply in love with him. But Aman is not so sure about his feelings for Anjali, and somehow he also craves and longs for Shruti. This is the story of these two characters, Aman and Shruti. They both have someone in their life, and yet they crave for the one they cannot have. Again, this one, easy, cozy, comfortable, and emotional. Very emotional. The next book that I have for you is another one by Yashodhara Lal. This one is There's Something About You by Yashodhara Lal. So this book is the story of this 28-year-old girl called Trish. Yes, Trish. So Trish is 28. She's a little plump, a little on the heavy side. She's unemployed currently. She's so confused about her life and she lives with her parents in Mumbai. Now, despite her talent and her 7-year stint at this media house, just because she doesn't fit the bill for that corporate diva and she's very casual in her clothing, she's fired from her job. But there are only two things that are keeping her sane at the moment. Number one is this part-time job as an agony aunt columnist where she talks about people's struggles and tries to help them out with that. The other one is this very weird guy who is kind of strange and yet very charming. This guy is 35 years old and there is this kind of chemistry that these two have. So this is Trish's story. Now this is again a combination of romance and chick lit, and it's not just a mushy type. The book also has a great dose of friendships and a very important lesson in self-discovery. Next book on the list is this one, Trouble Has a New Name by Aditi Banerjee. Now this is the book which talks of these two people. So there is this hot model, a very scandalously hot girl called Raina Datta. Now Raina Datta is currently going to attend her bestie's wedding in Andaman. Now there is this private flight which has been booked for all the guests from Mumbai to Port Blair. But when Raina arrives there a little late, she actually gets into a fight with this guy called Neil. Terrible fight, they say all kind of nasty things to each other. Now Raina receives the shock of her life when on her arrival to Port Blair, she discovers that she will actually be sharing a villa with the very guy she had the nasty fight with, Neil. But that's not all. There is a lot of family drama that's soon gonna happen because there are some crazy nosy aunties who make it their business to know everything that Raina is up to, and very soon her ex-boyfriend is also going to turn up with this scandalously hot girl. So it is upon Raina and Neil to figure out what to do with their situation. And need I say that it sounds like a very interesting read? It definitely does, and it definitely is. I'm sure you're gonna love it because I loved it too much. The next book that I'm going to talk to you about is a classic, and there is definitely a very strong reason why it remains so popular after all these years. So this is The Love Story by Eric Siegel. Now this book tells us the story of this guy called Oliver Barrett, who comes from a very elite and influential family, one of the richest families in the country. Oliver meets and falls in love with this girl called Jenny, who comes from a completely different background. Jenny is the daughter of a baker and she's a music student. They decide to get hitched, get married, but Oliver's father does not want that. So what he does, he cuts all of his ties, even the financial ones, with Oliver. Oliver and Jenny face a lot of financial issues, but they try to work it out nevertheless. But their world is shattered with the receipt of this one very bad news. Now this is a book which is simple, emotional, and yet very deeply tragic, and it's a book that will make you cry, that has the power to make you cry. I loved reading it, and there is no way that I would not recommend it to beginner level readers. So go and definitely read this book. The next book is What Kitty Did by Trisha Boran. So this book tells us the story of this girl called Ketaki, or Kitty. Kitty works as a journalist in a fashion magazine, and her love life is as trashy as her salary. As if that's not enough, her mom is actually trying to match her up with this guy whom Kitty finds absolutely unreadable. She has no idea what this guy is and what does he like or what does he even want. Now Kitty is particularly unlucky on many fronts, and she has a penchant for inviting trouble. So somehow she gets involved in this murder case of Roxy Merchant. Roxy Merchant, who is yesteryear's famous Bollywood starlet and the wife of a very powerful man. Now, Kitty thinks that she is on the verge of discovering something and unraveling something. But what Kitty doesn't know is that trouble is just around the corner and she better watch out for her life. So this book is hilarious, witty, very cleverly written, humorous, chiclety, fun, and in a very nice way. The next book that I have for you guys is this one. It Must Have Been Something He Wrote by Nikita Deshpande. Now this is a book which tells us the story of this girl called Amrita, or Ruta as a lot of people call her. Now Amrita is a literary buff. She loves reading, she loves literature, and she's just a fan of books. Now Ruta works in a publishing house, and it is there that she comes across this guy called Jishnu Guha. Jishnu Guha, who exactly writes the kind of books cheesy romantic soulless books that Amrita hates. But since he's a writer and she is in a publishing house, their paths cross often, and like is expected, sparks fly. So again, this book is like very witty, very chiclety, and easy, comfortable, cozy read, feel good read. You should definitely check it out. The next book that I have for you guys is Seriously Sitara by Nishat Fatima. Now, this book tells us the story of this 30-ish woman called Sitara Gopalasundaram. Sitara, who works in a men's magazine and who's always pressurized by her Tamilian Brahmin or Tam Brahm parents to get married. Now, Sitara's boss puts her on a very weird assignment, one to interview the Bollywood heartthrob Nasir Khan, whom everybody seems to be in love with. Sitara doesn't want to do it, but reluctantly she agrees because obviously it's her boss. Now, when these two meet, Nasir and Sitara meet frequently, sparks fly and things start to happen. And again, this is the same kind of read that the previous books were like. So it's fluffy, it's feel good, it's cozy, comfortable, witty, and chiclety romantic read. Book number 13 is Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. Now, this is a book that I recently discovered has also been turned into a movie. When did I come to know that? When I actually was researching for this video. So this is a book that I read last year and I just loved it. It was so special. And I have another trivia for you guys. The protagonist of this movie is actually Alexandra Daddario. So this book is the story of Emily. Emily, like any of us, has a lot of secrets that she keeps from the people who are in her life. So she has secrets from her parents, from her family members, from her friends, and also her colleagues at the office. Now, while taking a flight which turns dangerous and there is no hope that these people will actually survive. Now, Emily ends up blabbering about every single nasty and embarrassing secret of her life to the guy who's sitting next to her. Now, luckily for them, the pilot saves the day and they're able to go back to their houses and forget all about the flight. But it's not the case with Emily, because the very next day at office, she discovers that the guy who was sitting next to her and who knows all the embarrassing secrets that she has about her colleagues is actually the CEO of the company. She had no idea, of course, but then she is now in a very embarrassing position. Again, it's very funny, there's so much fun, and the premise is very interesting. Next book that I have for you guys is also a book that I picked up last year. So this is No Judgments by Meg Cabot. Now, this is a story which is set in a very unique location and a very unique background, I would say. So this story takes place in the middle of a devastating hurricane. Now, there is a small island off the coast of Florida where there is a hurricane coming. Now, there is this woman called Bree. Now, everybody has been given warnings to leave the island because it's gonna get very dangerous. But Bree does not do that. Bree decides to stay back because she's not scared. But when everything is interrupted, no electricity, no cell phone reception, and all the connections from the mainland cut off, like totally cut off. Bree realizes that there are many people who actually left their pets behind, and now she takes upon herself to rescue all these pets because without her help or anybody else's help for that matter, they all will not survive the hurricane. And for this, she will have to take the help of the very guy who she hates. Drew, the dashing Casanova mysterious guy who is her boss's nephew and whom Bree hates very passionately. So again, this is a feel-good romance, but like I told you, the setting is something which gives it an extra edge, and I absolutely loved it. The next book that I have for you is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hoang. Now, this is a book that I initially, when I read it, I was disappointed. Not because it's a bad read, but maybe because I had set my expectations like too high, and I should not have done that. So this is a book which is great for beginners, but yeah, if you're a voracious reader, don't fall for the hype. It is the story of this woman called Stella who's very good at her job. She's very good at maths, she's very good at economics, and she has this high profile, a very lucrative, high paying job. Stella is very good at her job. What she's not good at is social skills and also dating. To add to her troubles, she's also autistic. But her mother pesters her every now and then to get a boyfriend and start dating. Terrified and tired of her mother's rants, she decides to hire this dating coach and a fake date called Michael Fan. Michael, who is gorgeous. Now, he has that Greek god looks with his half Vietnamese and half Swedish looks. If looks could kill, then Michael Fan would be the guy who would be doing a lot of killing. So now Stella and Michael couple are in an arrangement, but this arrangement would definitely not go according to Stella's plan, and that is where the premise of the story is. It is a steamy read, something I would definitely not recommend for young adult readers below 18 years of age. No, it has a lot of steamy romance, passionate romance, and it is emotional, but yeah, bored on the steamy side, I would say. Finally, guys, the last book, which is also the book number 16 on the list, is After by Anna Todd. Now, it's been a while since this book was published, and this book was hyped so much because it gained over 1 billion views on Wattpad, and that's how it was turned into a full-fledged novel and also into a movie eventually, which, by the way, I hated. I saw that movie and no. Please don't watch it. So this is the story of this very good girl, Tessa. Tessa, very decent, very good girl, listens to everything that her mother has to say. She cannot be remotely involved with anything that has to do with bad things or scandalous things. No, that's not Tessa. But when she goes to college and she enrolls herself in her freshman dorm, she comes across this guy called Hardin. Hardin is gorgeous. He has these tousled brown hair. He has that cocky British accent. He has tattoos all over his body and a lip ring. Now, honestly, Tessa should hate him, but she doesn't. The more encounters they have with each other, Tessa finds herself falling hard and fast for Hardin. This is a book that is not a very feminist read because it shows a very cliche character. Tessa is very, very cliche, and even Hardin. Now, this book again has a lot of romance, steamy, mushy, passionate kind of romance, and I would say it's a guilty pleasure read. Like, I did enjoy reading it. I told you I read it last year, right? But I did enjoy it, and I think you would too. If you are a beginner level reader looking for romance reads, go check it out. That's it from me in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will check out all these wonderful books. I will put the Amazon buy links of all of these books in the description box below. Go and check them out, and please, if you decide to buy them and read them, do come back to me and tell me how was the recommendation. Did you enjoy the books that I recommended to you in this list? So please do that, and I will see you with another video super soon. Until then, have a great day, stay safe, stay indoors, and bye.